A lot of positives, but still we are a little bit far away. But at least we had chances, and then we scored 3 goals, and I think it was a decent game. So always you want to improve, but happy because in the end the team was competing, and then we were giving more time to a lot of players. So hopefully we can improve our fitness and we'll be better now in the next week.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Forde. Now, I know I'm so late, I apologise, but I do have a valid excuse. Now, I know the game was played on Wednesday, it is now Friday, or maybe even Saturday by the time this video gets put out. But obviously you've seen the result by now. Newcastle United have beat Wolfsburg 3-1 in another pre-season friendly. Very convincing win. Very good victory all round and a fantastic team performance. Now, I do have a valid excuse. The excuse is I've been in Manchester for the past 4 days, working my socks off, trying to get up the media ladder. So again, I had to put videos to one side because I literally didn't have the time. So I'm now going to be doing a backlog of videos. So again, if you're seeing old stuff and thinking this is old, then that's the reason why. So again, let's get straight to it. I won't waste too much of your time. You can see the team on screen here. So you had Elliot back in goal. Obviously he's back, recovered from the flu. Manquillo as opposed to Yedlin. Obviously Yedlin's carrying an injury and he's going to be missing the first 2 weeks of the season. So he's going to miss the Spurs opener. Then you had the back line of Lejeune and Clark. Lascelles was on the bench, he's back from injury, and then Dummett making up the rest of the back line. Then you had in midfield Ritchie on one side, Atsu on the other side, and then Shelby and of course Hayden holding it down in the centre of the park. Shelby is captain this time round. Then up top you had Perez sitting behind Mitro, and then we're good to go. Then obviously you can see the Wolfsburg team on screen. I'm not going to run through their team because frankly I don't know too many of their players apart from the person who scored, but we'll get into that in a second. So from what I could see, because I didn't watch the whole game, it was a very positive team and very positive outlook. I've seen the highlights and obviously I've seen the results. Again, Wolfsburg are a decent team, but again, we did show that we can actually compete against better opposition, because so far we've only played the likes of Bradford, Hearts, and then a few others as well that I can't really reel off the top of my head. But again, they're just those 2 teams alone and not really fierce competition as well. So it's just interesting to see that we've actually come across some decent opposition now and we've actually had a positive result. So let's run through the goals. So we've scored 2 in the first half, the first one coming from Mitro. Perez latching onto a very poor pass from one of the Wolfsburg's defence. He plays in Atsu, who squares it across to Mitro, and he's put it in the back of the net, and they're 1-0 up after about 30 odd minutes, and that's his 3rd goal for pre-season, 3rd in 4 games. So again, not bad from Mitro's point of view, and he's shown that he's still got a future at the club. He's actually come out afterwards and said that he still wants to be part of the plans for as long as we want to keep him. So bearing in mind we haven't got that many forward options, you're going to be around for a while, but just keep on doing the business, Mitro, keep on doing the business. Anyway, second goal comes about 10 minutes later from Ritchie, that wonderful left foot. Oh my God, absolutely phenomenal. God knows how we won the free kick, but all you can see is the free kick was taken just outside the area, so about 35 yards out, curls into the top corner from what I believe, and we're 2-0 up. Absolutely spectacular. I've not even seen them take free kicks like that for us so far. So again, that's a threat for us going forward into the new season. Now, second half, obviously we made the changes. You can see them on screen now. 8 changes were made, I believe, including the likes of Murphy coming on, obviously Gale, Diarme, Lascelles, Mbemba. Everyone got a run out basically. It's friendly. And obviously then they were allowed to get into the game. They being Wolfsburg, poor penalty, if I must say so myself. Dummett giving away the penalty, should I say? Just, I don't know. Maybe Dummett was quite out of position, but again, it's a soft penalty to give away. I believe it's Malli stepped up, took the penalty, sent Elliot the wrong way, put it to Elliot's left, and obviously Elliot went the other way, and then it's 2-1 with some time to go. So obviously the change was made, very positive changes as well, and then we obviously got the 3rd goal coming from Atsu. So great move, great counter-attack as well. That's one thing I must say, that we've improved on our pace going forward, and especially on our wing play as well, because another goal coming from across into the box. Who would have known? Anyway, Ritchie plays the ball forward, cuts out at least a good 3 or 4 men, finds Shelby, who's practically one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He squares it across to Atsu, and Atsu pretty much fumbles it into the net, harder to miss. But he scores a goal, we're 3-1 up, and that is it, pretty much done and dusted. Obviously, we had another opportunity towards the end of the game. Murphy, who came on as a sub, crosses in from the left, and I think he finds CM Dion, who heads it over the bar. But win is a win. So again, we've got the last pre-season friendly against Hellas Verona. Yes, I nailed it finally on Sunday. So again, we should see the likes of, well, everyone basically. I don't think there's anyone who really came away injured apart from obviously Yedlin, should I say, and then obviously the other players that are not going to be part of the first team, i.e. your Tim Krul's, your Henri Sabes, Ashraf Lazar and Grant Hanley. Barring that, everyone is good to go from what I can see. Now, I'll get into all the transfer rumours in a sec, or in fact no, I'm going to say that for another video that you'll see very shortly, along with everything else that's happened during those 4 days. Who would have thought so much would have happened during those 4 days? Yeah, so that's it. I told you I'll keep it short and sweet. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for bearing with me as well. I have been getting a few messages saying, where's the review for these? So again, here it is. So I haven't gone into more detail, but by now it's old news. You know how things work in and around the media. So we're now moving on to Sunday's game now, which is, as I said, the final game of our friendlies season, should I say, and then we move on to the big one the following week against Spurs. So fingers crossed we should have some more coming in, but as you all know, we need to shift a lot out before we do that. So thank you guys for watching and listening. As always, I'll see you guys all soon. Keep it tuned. Peace.
We try to run as much as we can, and that's the point of the pre-season game. So we do everything that the staff wants from us, and the result was positive, so that's even better.
And always good to get a goal?
Yeah, of course, always is nice to get a goal. Especially I played 45 minutes, I get a goal. I have quite 1 or 2 more chances, but I say already, legs was really heavy, and I didn't do as I want, but it will come, and I'm happy with the goal, and even more with the winning.
And it looked like you could have had a penalty as well with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know what the referee will see, but I think with penalty he said it's not, so it doesn't matter. In the end, we have a result, positive result for us. We play a good game, and we're back at home now to play last pre-season game, and to try to prepare the best for the start of the Premier League.
In that game against Tottenham, it's coming up. You scored in that last game in the 5-1. It'd be nice to do something similar in that.
Yeah, I scored the last 2 games with Tottenham. I think we played a scoreboard, so I hope it will continue. But the most important thing is that we played in front of our fans for the game. 52,000 behind us, and I hope with them we can start with win.
And I know we spoke about your future a little bit earlier in the summer. You're still here as a Newcastle player, and that's what your focus is.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm focused to try to do best every training, every game I play. I can't say if I'm going to stay or not, because you never know in football. The transfer window is still open, but we will see. At the moment I'm here, and my head is here, and that's all I can do to try to do best, to give everything I can give, every training, every game, to try to improve, and we will see in the end.